Facebook and YouTube.
Good morning. Thank you, Melissa. Morning, everybody. Welcome to Carroll County Commissioners meeting for April 27th, 2026. Please join us as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have the roll call, please.
Commissioner Leggett,
Here.
Commissioner Workner,
Here.
Commissioner Dransky.
Here. Certification by the clerk.
I, April D. Maley, Assistant Clerk 1, certify that the entire recording of this meeting at the prior meetings are captured completely and accurately in the electronic record and are available at the office.
Thank you. Entertain a motion to approve the summary of reporting the minutes from the prior meeting.
Move to approve. I'll second that motion.
Any discussion on those minutes? None. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Entertain a motion to approve the travel request.
Move to approve.
I'll second. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Motion to approve the appropriations.
Move to approve. I'll second it.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Entertain a motion to approve the appropriation amendments.
So moved.
I'll second. Those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye, motion carried. The bills today total $62,683.70. I trust you guys had a chance to review the bills. Entertain a motion to approve.
I will move to pay as presented. I'll second it.
Is there any discussion on those bills? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. We do have some bills without prior authorization. I need a motion for, please.
Move to approve.
I'll second. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. I'd like to advise that Merle Long, Carroll County Dog Warden, filed his report for the week of April 19th to April 25th, 2026, showing 5 dogs impounded, 2 adopted out, 2 redeemed, 0 euthanized, 0 citations for no license, 2 citations for failure to physically restrain a dog, 0 citations for committing a vicious dog act, 0 citations for committing a dangerous dog act, and 0 citations for committing a nuisance dog act. Entertain a motion to approve a permit for the use of the following county highway right-of-ways as recommended by Brian J. Wise, Carroll County Engineer. We have one permit today, gentlemen. It's from Spectrum Mid-America LLC. It's for a utility replacement in Lee Township on Chase Road Southeast, also known as County Road 66.
Move to approve the permit. I'll second that motion.
Any discussion? None. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. At this time, I want to move to our appointments. I have first up Sherry Miller and Rhonda Harris for the Appalachian Hills Pregnancy Parent Center open house announcement. You have everybody here? All right, you have the floor, sure.
First of all, I would like to say that I am a member of the board and very honored to be able to do that. And this is our director that will be in facility. Our hours are Tuesdays and 3 of these for you guys to have each one. Tuesdays and Fridays from 9 to 4:30, we are open. Would anyone else to know like a flyer on the pregnancy center? Absolutely. There you go. Thank you. And then officially we opened our doors April 7th, but our open house will be May 12th. And that is what we want to make sure we get announced today and make sure it gets out into the public as much as possible from 4 to 6. So that's Tuesday, May 12th, 4 to 6. It will be our ribbon cutting with the ceremony actually starting at 5:15. So if you come at 4, there'll be some cookies and some water and things to walk through and see our beautiful facility that it was built by the Christ Foundation. And they built onto what's called the Willow House. If anyone's heard of the Willow House on Park Avenue, that's Julie Halfhill's, where she started with Hope Bridge. And then we have been a part of that. And so Christ Foundation has built us an area there to service our pregnant mothers and our mothers with children up through age 2. So when they turn 3, then that's when we'll stop to service them at that time. But obviously make those referrals to like early intervention and places like that. Our big part of the pregnancy center is not only giving out materials and being able to supply diapers, wipes, clothing, but also education. We want to make sure they're educated on what it's like to have a newborn and through parenting, and talk about, abortion with them, not being an option in our facility. We don't condone that, but we talk about options and what that could educate them on what that looks like. So, but yes, I'm going to give you one of these.
Okay.
Then I'm going to give him one of these. And that is about our open house. Anybody have any questions on that?
Can you talk a little bit more about the services provided?
I can. So yes, when they walk in the door, our goal would be to figure out what their needs are. To sign them up within our system, everybody has a system, right? So it's called eKairos. But within the system, to be able to sign them up, get them started with the materials that they may need, but to also, like the first educational piece would be, what does this look like? What does pregnancy look like for me? What do I expect, right? And then moving forward in their process, we would be able to help them through what it's like at 6 months, what it's like at 9 months. The biggest part in my mind, other than education, is the support. Because we know a lot of people, when mothers come in and they don't have the support that they desperately need. Family might have disowned them because they're pregnant. The father of the child may have said, I don't want this, and walked away. So we want to know, we want them to know that they have our support. We will be there. We'll have mentors available. We have volunteers that have been volunteered to be mentors, and they're very willing to do that. And then, of course, we do want to point them to Christ. That is a big goal of our center, because we are faith-based, to Christ and what he means can mean in a relationship, and eventually maybe to a church. I mean, we don't tell them what church to go to or anything like that, but we do have a lot of pastors that are on board with helping within the mentor process. In fact, the day of the May 12th, we have a couple pastors that will be doing some prayer for us and speaking about the need of a pregnancy center in Carroll County. Can I answer your question?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you will be, is this first time pregnancy, second time pregnancy, anybody that's pregnant,
Pregnancy.
young, old?
You could have 5 children already and you need to come to us. We're there. Yeah. 50 and be pregnant. If that's the case, I don't know. It'd still come to us. We're not, it doesn't matter the age or the amount of children
It's often said that it,
or the income, right?
okay, or the income.
We're not income based.
It's often said that it takes a village to raise a kid.
Yeah.
And you guys are being a village here in our county, so we appreciate that. Does anybody else have any questions?
May I ask Rhonda if she has any to add? Because
Absolutely.
okay.
I
Okay.
don't.
Already. I've said it. I said it
You
all.
said it all.
Okay. All right. Thank you all.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Are we free to leave?
Absolutely.
Okay. Thanks so much.
Next, we have with us Dustin Lucas, the EMA Deputy Director for LEPC exercise and update. Something about road closures.
Good morning. Thank you.
Morning.
Every year, our LEPC is required to do an exercise testing various aspects of our emergency operations plan. This year, we're going to be doing a full-scale exercise. This full-scale exercise is taking about 3 to 4 months to plan because we have a large amount of personnel, a large amount of apparatus, and the criteria that we're going to test as far, and also locations. There's going to be 4 different locations in the county, all under this one exercise. We believe this is probably going to be our largest full-scale exercise that we've done. And this will also be our first exercise for our EOC. So we're pretty excited to see how that's all going to work out and see that in operation now that we have everything in place. So the date of our exercise is May 9th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. This exercise will take place on Cactus Road between Antigua Road and Laurel Road in Monroe Township. We've already notified Monroe Township trustees, also the residents in that area by mail to let them know about the exercise and what to expect on that day. We're going to be sending out WENS alerts the afternoon prior on the 8th and also on the 9th once the exercise has concluded. We'll be posting that to our Facebook page as well at the EMA. Due to the high number of participants, apparatus in the area of the exercise, we're going to ask that the road be shut down for safety reasons, not only for the people involved, but also the general public.
You're talking Cactus Road?
Cactus Road. So I'd like to ask the board's approval to close down Cactus Road between Antigua and Royal Road in Monroe Township from 8 a.m. to noon.
Have you already talked to the county engineer about that?
County engineer is fully aware of this. They've been part of not only the planning process, but they're also part of the exercise. So they will be on scene for the exercise as well.
All right. Is there a motion to?
There is. I'll make that motion. I'll second that motion.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried.
You gentlemen, that's all I have. If you have any questions.
How many agencies are going to be involved in this?
We're at 17 agencies.
That include every agency in the county?
So that's going to be 6 local agencies, meaning fire department, EMS, industry. Then we have 6 from the county level, 3 at the state level, and 2 at the national level. So 17 total, and we're looking to be about 40 to 45 people involved at those 4 locations.
What are the 4 locations in Cactus Road?
Cactus Road will be the incident. We're going to have the 911 dispatch center, our EOC at the annex, and then our fire department is going to serve as our Altman hospital. We are testing our hospitalization protocol, but we didn't want to take services out of the county to run clear up there just to do a drill. So we're allowed to do a mock site. So the fire department is going to be there. Altman Hospital is bringing their mobile decon unit, which is something they would set up between receiving the patient and then going into the ER. So they're going to use the fire station as the hospital to set that all up.
So, as chair of the LEPC, I'll be on scene at EOC. And I can also represent the political side of the house, but either one of you guys want to come, there'll be plenty of room.
Yeah, you're all more than welcome to attend either at the EOC or the incident scene. We'll also be having a debriefing after the exercise is over at the Delaware Fire Station. There will be lunch provided. So if you want to come, let me know. I can get you the right type of vest so that we know who you are, where you are, and I'll let you know what times to be at those locations.
I'm guessing it's at an oil well,
Yes, it's going to be at a well pad.
and then it'll happen no matter what the weather is.
Yeah, no matter the weather.
You're not going
Unless there
to
is
the weather in a real.
tornado, but yeah, emergencies don't wait for good weather to happen. So we like to test them in all aspects.
I think that's just important for people, especially in that area, to know that it's not going to be canceled just because the weather's crappy.
Yeah, exactly.
You or Tom would be in the EOC room then?
Yeah, Director Cottis will be running the EOC. I'm running the exercise, the entirety of it. So I'll be making sure everything's staying on track, doing our injects, making sure things are happening on that end.
So we'll have some kind of contact even in that room at the site as it's going on?
Yeah, so Director Cottis, again, he'll be at the annex running the EOC. I'll be out at the scene, or the incident scene, I should say, running that. And then the 911 dispatch will have their contacts there as well. The only one we won't have is Altman Hospital at the Delaware Fire Station, but it's a standalone, so it'll be one testing.
And these will be, again, just for clarification for the public, this will be like everybody will be in their quarters, phones will drop, they'll go as a real emergency.
So we're gonna stage the emergency services out on Cactus Road closer to Antigua.
Okay.
That way we're not putting unneeded travel, unnecessary emergency apparatus with the public. They'll be staged, but when we do these, we account for response times. So there will be a tone out, there will be a delay, then we're responding, the next tones will happen, there will be a delay on that, so that we try to get it as true to a scene as we can.
Gotcha. Thank you for that clarification.
Absolutely.
Anything else, gentlemen?
Nope.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have before us our Environmental Services Director, Roy Ford, from Carroll County Environmental Services. Roy, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is our quarterly report for January to March. We cleaned all 12 of our lift stations with the vac truck. We jetted around 2,000 feet of force main and 2,800 feet of gravity line.
And can you explain for those that don't know?
Okay, no problem. The gravity line is an 8-inch line that is just gravity. The force mains are kind of almost like a water line. They're the ones that all the little grinder pumps are tied into.
And then the jetting process.
The jetting process.
Yeah.
On the force mains, we jet up and then back. We really don't do too much sucking out with the vac truck because it's only a 4-inch line. We're just kind of running it up, breaking up any grease in there.
What does it mean to be jetted?
It's with the rotor from the hose of the vac truck.
So you're sending
Yeah, we're using
something down the line.
something down the line. We're using the jetting part. It's got about 2,500 PSI.
And that's just good maintenance practice to do?
Yeah, so it's just.
It's not because you had to clog their,
Or these ones that we do right now are a little bit of a trouble area,
okay,
just from people using grease. So we just stay on it so that we don't have problems.
thank you.
Sewer calls for, January was 6, February was 7, March we had 30. But a lot of that many were from the, power outages because we had to go reset some of the little grinder tanks and stuff, and we replaced 2 grinder pumps that went bad. Had to fix some underground wiring for the grinder pumps. Dug up and replaced 2 grinder lift stations piping outside of the tank. Had 1 grinder station ran over by a car on Alliance Road, but it will be covered under their insurance. Had to back out Pride Valley a couple of days due to the power outage. Number 5 lift station caught on fire. Tyler and John did a really great job of rewiring that and getting it back online ASAP. Number 2 lift station had some repairs done to the piping inside. Ronnie and John, they also did a really good job on getting that back up and running. We pulled number 4 lift station pump and had to adjust the brackets and replace the gaskets. And number 1 lift station, we had some electrical issues. We had to go in and replace some old brittle wires. Had to rebuild Carrollton Street lift station pump. Had some trouble at Klutz. Trailer park, we had to rewire for the controls. Dug up and replaced a digester valve. And we water blast our clarifier. We're running the belt test almost every day.
What does a belt press do?
That's the one that presses the sludge out of the plant. It's the excess sludge that we pump to our digesters. And then that's how we get rid of it.
Okay.
I usually send it to a landfill.
You said you're running almost every day. Is that not typical?
No, that's about typical for this time of the year. Ronnie and Micah was our summer our internship kid. They were rebuilding grinder stations and electrical panels for replacement. Had to rebuild the mud well pump and adjust check valves. Work on RAS controls 1 and 3. We had to put a new drive system in for both 1 and 3. Did maintenance on all the vehicles, including heavy equipment. We did all of our routine maintenance inside the plant. Did all mandatory EPA lab testing. I also wanted to say Mike completed his internship, and I wanted to wish him the best of luck. He was a good kid. I would like to maybe look into getting another internship or summer help kid that might be interested in getting into the water and wastewater field maybe again. It made it nice because You know, instead of sending one of my guys to go cut grass, we put that kid on the lawnmower while we went and fixed the lift station or or just clean buildings and stuff like that. Instead of using them guys, I could use them guys to actually get something more done that was more important that day. Have any questions? I know there was a lot there.
I can actually say, very good report, Roy. Looks like there's a lot of maintenance going on for outlook of problems that could be coming.
Yeah.
I would say that's probably the best report we've had from the plant in a long, long time. So I think you're doing a great job. I do visit down there. Plant's really clean. Looks like everything's kept up pretty good. So good job.
Well, thank you.
Roy, can you, lift stations number 5, 2, 4, and 1, are those all inside Lake Mohawk?
Yes.
Which are one of the main ones we're trying to,
Yeah, we're trying to re-get them and then, we're looking at mortgages, which that'll be on actually, we've been having trouble with a couple of lift stations, but I didn't put it on this one because it's for April.
Gotcha.
Uh,
all right. Anybody have any more questions? Roy? All right, thank you, Roy.
no problem.
Move on to the clerk's report. We have a clerk's report today.
I do. I have three things I'd like to share. The first thing is that the Carroll County Job and Family Services is holding a foster parent informational meeting on May 19th at 5:30 p.m. Anybody that is interested in learning more about foster parenting can call the JFS at 330-627-2571 and ask for Michaela Heinerman. This is going to be a virtual meeting, so she can answer any questions they might have and share the link with them to attend the meeting. The second thing is the health department has a Sharps disposal box in their upper level lobby that is available to the public from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. And it's a free service to safely dispose of used needles, syringes, lancets, and auto injectors such as EpiPens. They do ask that you put your Sharps in a sturdy container such as a coffee can before you put them in there. And the last thing I want to remind folks that this is the last week of early voting. The Board of Elections downstairs will be open today, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Tomorrow, they are open 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Saturday is 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sunday is 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. And that is for early voting here in the courthouse. Monday, there is no early voting. Tuesday, May 5th, you report to your precincts for voting, and there is no voting at the courthouse on election day. And that information has been shared to our Facebook page. And that's all I have for you today.
Thank you very much, Melissa. Does anybody have any questions for the clerk's report? Hearing none, Commissioner Leggett?
Yeah, a couple things. We got a phone call from the engineer's office. One of the line printers down in the map office has failed. I guess there's been two bought in the last 5-6 years. They were refurbished machines. The commissioner's office and the engineer's office both use this machine. It was a 50-50 deal back then. Was able to repurchase these refurbished machines. Refurbished machines has not been working out. We've been only getting 2-3 years out of them and then having to replace them again. New line machine for the line printing is $15,000, and the engineers asked if we could proceed with helping him purchase this thing since it's used by the public and our office. I'm making a motion that we give a $7,500 grant to the engineer's office to purchase this equipment. I think it's good in our part to help buy this piece of equipment.
You made the motion, I'll make the second. I'll open it up for discussion. One thing that the engineer, when I read his email request to the board, one thing that he pointed out is he's planning to, with this new one, obtain one that has a maintenance program. So that will be, I think will be helpful. Or I believe with the refurbished weren't really eligible for that.
Yeah, this will be a new unit, not a refurbished.
And I think it's important to note, as you did, that precedent has been set previously by the boards of commissioners to assist with the purchase of that machine.
We have first and second, any other discussion? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried.
I will abstain as Diane is the director down there.
2 ayes, carries it, 1 abstain. Got it, Avery? All right,
Yep.
thank you. So again, motion carries. Anything else?
Yeah, the only other thing is over at the annex building, the engineer's office finished the exit in the back. They've actually widened it. They raised the catch basin 16 inches. Made a huge difference for in and out of traffic in the back, so good thanks and for the engineer for helping us out. That's all I got.
Thank you. Commissioner Workner?
I had an RTEC meeting on Friday. There was a lot on the plate as the board is looking at how a private public partnership will be organized. And the attorneys are providing their input at this time. There's a lot going on there. We'll have to see how that shakes out
Anything else?
at this time.
All right. So Commissioner Leggett asked me to, well, he brought to our attention that the snowplow truck that the maintenance department uses is getting a little bit older, and it's really not big enough for the type of snow plowing that we're using. So he suggests maybe we go out and get some quotes to see what a new truck might cost. Since I was the one that obtained the truck for the last one, I went out and got quotes for a new truck. This one, 3/4 ton, a little bit bigger. Obtained those quotes here today. I have them, and then the idea would be to take the current maintenance truck and recycle it to the county dog pound to replace their failing truck, their old green truck that they have out there. Then they would have 2 newer trucks and be set for quite a while. I think there's still some good use out of the truck that we have for the maintenance department, obviously, but it's not big enough to do the job that it is needed to do. So with that being said, I obtained quotes from the 3 dealerships here in the county. Pass them along. First quote is from A-Star in Malvern. They're all equivalent vehicles. Daystar's quote was $53,585. The next quote is from Guest Motors, and it's for a 2026 Ford F-250. They're quoting a price of $51,080. And then the third quote is from Huebner Chevrolet. It's for a 2026 Chevy Silverado 2500, and it is quoted at $48,090. The trucks all come with the snowplow prep package as well as anti-lock or locking rear differential, excuse me, and upgraded snow and ice tires.
And are these quoted on government bid?
They do not do a government bid at any of these dealerships. In order to do the government bid, you'd have to go online, and then wherever the dealership is that has a particular quote for your specs is where you get the vehicle from. So these are just quoted with the dealer discounts in place at our local dealers.
So the dealership locally is discounting in lieu of the government discount?
Correct.
Okay.
Which sometimes ends up actually being less expensive than the state bid price.
And you have a recommendation?
I would recommend that we go with the Huebner Chevrolet because it was the most responsive or lowest.
Is that in the form of a motion?
Yes.
And you've vetted the equipment as being comparable.
Yes.
I'd second that motion.
Is there any other discussion?
Yes, and so the truck that we're gonna hand over to the dog pound, truck, it is in good shape. It's only a 1/2 ton truck. And if we keep using that for plowing, it will tear the truck up pretty bad and then it's just not worth destroying the truck. Somebody else can use it in the county. The 3/4 ton will handle it. Our plow off the 3/4 ton, the 1/2 ton we have, it will work on our 3/4 ton. And also, the snow plow bracket and the wiring for the salt spreader is gonna stay in the truck that we're giving to the dog warden. So that truck is available. If something would happen to one of ours, we could get it in a pinch. We could go get it and then put it back in service for the day that we need it for the courthouse. So it has good perks both ways. That's all I got there.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Just to be upfront with everybody, I made a mistake. There was a meeting that I was supposed to be at this past Monday at the Village Malvern Council, and I did not attend that meeting. I don't have an excuse for it, not that I would give an excuse, but it's my fault I wasn't there. I did reach out to both the Village of Malvern as well as the school board to try and reset that meeting. Again, we're working on dates to reset that meeting, but I did notice there was a article covered in the newspaper that blamed this board for not showing up. So I just wanted to own my mistake, make sure everybody knows it was me that didn't show up, not this board. So trying to rectify it, but I have nothing else to say for the board. So if there's nothing else, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I'll second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried.